It's the hit and run. It, and it's a completely pointless hit and run because
I wouldn't say it's pointless, directionless. Pointless,
it's
never.
directionless. So initially,
The
this
point is
was
content,
it's content.
entertainment, seeing your
It,
friends.
it was yes, that's true. It was booked as a hit and run to cover last week's Impact, but then as we booked this, I was like, wait a minute, didn't we already cover a hit and run for last week's Impact? And he's like,
And I'm
shit, we
gonna
really
I'm gonna
did.
go ahead and I'm gonna take the bullet for this one. This one's on me.
Mhm.
You guys all know I've been kind of busy lately. I'm day to day. I forgot we reviewed it. I'm so used to us not really being able to align schedules until early in the week.
Yeah.
It's rare we get it done on a Friday. So I think that's only the second time we've gotten it done on a Friday, maybe.
And if you think about it, we covered the releases. We actually jumped in on Thursday, and we did it
Yeah.
Friday. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We did.
Uh,
That's right. So if you didn't watch Thursday, Trent and I were both on for 30, 40 minutes, maybe
yeah.
something
About
like
40
that,
minutes.
which,
Yeah.
neither of us has been on the main show in quite some time. So it was really nice to join everybody and kind of have the whole gang back together again.
Yeah. But we were so check that out, guys, if you want to see us back on the main for a few minutes. But we're just gonna open forum this one a little bit, just talk some general
Zach
topics.
wants a review of what you ate, Trent. Do you have lunch yet? I have not.
I have not either.
Did you have breakfast today?
Nothing. I haven't eaten anything yet.
Same.
I,
I took a dab early this morning to get going, and then I was off to the races, and now it's lunchtime after this.
yeah, I
That's
have
it.
nothing. Got a bit of a
Coffee.
cough. I've been just doing nothing but cough drops. That's what I've had for breakfast and lunch today.
Man,
So,
it's still lingering, huh? Whatever
still
you had.
lingering, man. I think it might be
Cold.
time to go get one of them. To go get checked out. So we'll see, man. Something
Well,
else.
tomorrow's the day, right? The big
Yeah,
day.
I definitely want to get checked out before that. Then make sure
Yeah,
that's good to go. So we'll see.
yeah,
But anyway,
absolutely.
but yeah. Anyway, so what's going on, everybody? How's it going? Midday. Hopefully, you're all having a good lunch hour, and everybody's hanging out, having a good week so far. We're going to just kind of bullshit for a little bit. Don't forget,
Yeah,
tonight is Throwback. And we're gonna be doing NWA TNA number 91. Are you gonna join today?
I'm absolutely gonna fucking try. I'm gonna watch it this afternoon.
We
I
can go early
intended to
today.
last week. The problem is that I fall asleep mega early. Last night I fell asleep at before 9.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it kind of depends. This is my rough Tuesday, Wednesday is like the worst. The middle of the week is rough
Okay.
on my schedule. So,
Well,
but I'm gonna try. Absolutely, I'm gonna try.
Cool.
I didn't go back and catch up, but I have watched the last 2 Asylum shows. So I'm mostly caught up.
Yes, we ran 3 shows last weekend, and it was the 2-night tournament, the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament, 2 nights, and then in between the tournament there was a show called Hell Hath No Fury.
How was that? That was the women's focused show, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was real good. All the shows were great. They were just top line. The stars were just top line all across the board. So.
How did you sell tickets for that?
I mean, ticket. What do you mean?
Was it buy one like a weekend pass?
No, that's the thing. The biggest regret I have is that the guys who were in charge of things, did not make a bundle pack for the whole weekend, and that really upset me. And until like the week of, they did like a $5 off per ticket if you bought all 3 bundle deal like later on, but there wasn't like a bundle deal initially, and that's I think that did kind of hurt us a little bit. I think that should have been offered from the beginning. So
I would think so, for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately,
especially with the tournament. I mean, it's a tournament.
Yep.
You're going to want to see both of those days.
Yeah, so I think it should have been offered from the beginning. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but it was great. It was definitely a fun weekend. A lot of action, though. It was the closest I felt to doing it full time. I felt like I was doing I felt like the job was full time for like that weekend, because it was 3 shows over 2 days. I'm like, this is kind of what it feels like to be doing this for like full time.
Was it good, or was that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's good. It was fun. I'd rather be doing that than that's shit for a living.
Well, we don't do this for a living, technically. I mean,
no, not
yes,
this.
we came here for a lot of money.
No, I'm talking my day job. I'm talking
Oh,
my.
well, no, I was just kayfabing that we came in for a lot of money because I
Oh,
mean
we
we
came
did,
in.
right? Isn't that that's the story, and we're sticking to it.
Hey, speaking of that money, though, we came for a lot of money. You guys can feel free to throw those super stickers up. Please feel free to do that and
Sure.
check out the
Yeah,
Patreon.
give Trent some love.
Since this is free, if you guys this show is usually on Patreon.
And it
So if
usually has a theme, and the theme is usually the previous week's or previous days Impact Wrestling or pay-per-view special, whatever.
yes,
Right.
so we kind of do an express review the next day or a couple days later. So if you like this, it's a Patreon show, patreon.com/We Talk Impact. Check that out. If you like this, it's offered there, and
$3.
$3. That's
Get
on a
you
$3 tier.
four episodes a month, less than a bucket. Less than
Yeah.
a bucket pop.
We came
Yeah.
here for a lot of money.
Man,
Yeah.
it's hard to find that one. Shit.
I know. Geez, we gotta rename
Great.
these a little bit. Question here: with ROH done, does AEW have an opportunity to fill a void? I think everybody does, right? That's a
Yeah.
it's everybody. But the thing is, it's so oversaturated as it is. You know, that's
Yeah.
the problem. It's
You could
hard
just
for
pull the
anybody.
people who are unsigned right now and start a great company with an awesome roster.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough because you're fighting so many indies because it's become so easy to start a company now. It's so weird. So.
What do you mean in terms of like regulation or
Yeah,
licensing or just
just to rent a ring, get a building.
Mhm.
So many states don't require licenses and things like that. So, I mean, you can
right?
just
Because it's not
run,
technically a sport, so it doesn't fall under sporting commissions, right?
right. So you can just get away with so much, and you have so many shows just run constantly. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, man, it's tough. There's a lot going on wrestling wise. It's just as much as like maybe 7, 8, 10 years ago, the closure of an ROH would have just immediately automatically leveled everybody up.
Right.
Nowadays, I don't even know. I don't think it matters.
Right. It's definitely a crazy time. Mayor almost said mayor. Man, how long? 2 years? 3 years?
What?
Been saying his name wrong? Been
3
saying
years?
Mayor's name wrong?
I think it was 3 years.
Crazy.
24th and Montreal. The worst, the stupidest things that ever happened in wrestling. Montreal. That got way more mileage,
right? Would you say it changed everything forever?
Yeah, and plus, I think it got more mileage than it needed to get. I don't think it deserved that much mileage either.
You know why? Because they continued to protect the business for so long after that.
Yeah.
That now with Dark Side of the Ring every week, there's a new scandal potentially every week, every day if you wanted.
Yeah.
But back then, we were not privy to this behind the curtain type stuff. So
yeah, true.
This happened in public. I mean, Brett in the ring with the WCW, like.
Yeah, it was crazy.
As a fan, yeah. I mean, back then, you remember how little that we actually knew. Like, we didn't know jack shit about anything.
Yeah.
In terms of the business itself, and then, Punk Tracy.
Yes, thank you very much, Eric. Appreciate that.
That kind of marks the beginning of the whole, like, being more of a fan of the bullshit that goes on backstage versus what's product. Right?
True, man.
It's kind of the turn of it.
There's a lot of that now. That's the problem. There's just too much. We know too much about it, and I think maybe that's the future of the business. Is that now? Maybe that's the future. The future is us. Is the backstage stuff? Is the reality show aspect of all this? Because the matches aren't real, right? Maybe the inner workings is the future of the whole thing. So
God, I think you might be right. Like, so I have not accidentally, but like after. I think it's after Rampage, they show that Cody Rhodes show, which is not my cup of tea at all. Mm-hmm. However, I've sat through a couple of episodes because half of the show is backstage stuff for what's going on in the company.
Yeah.
So I don't have to care about Cody and Brandy because I care about the product and I'm getting to see it. So you just kind of nailed it. That whole reality aspect, they took their business and have just kind of given us access to the backstage.
I think that is the future of it now, man. I don't know. I think
not at the indie level though, right?
No,
like, nobody cares what's going on at AEW. I care about the product,
right? Yeah, I mean,
I don't care if Trent's sleeping with whoever, all the women that come through AEW.
Hey, let's keep that under wraps. I got a reputation to hold.
I didn't mean the talent, a reputation. What's your reputation?
Just the nurse.
Gruffly old guy.
Just the nurse so far.
Where is the nurse? We haven't seen the nurse in a long time. She's still just really busy.
She's
With work.
nursing. Yeah, she's just
She's
still doing it.
nursing. She's nursing away.
She's also been sick too. She's got something completely different than I do, and she was.
Huh.
It's so weird. Like she's got something. Like there's just something going around in Chicago. Like almost everybody we know has like a bug of some sort right now,
Yeah.
and
We had
everybody's
something.
like under the weather around here. I don't
My
know. Like she got something. Like I started feeling something like last week, and then she started feeling something like over the weekend. Like I don't know what the hell was going on. Like it was so weird, man.
my kids were both sick and not COVID because my wife had COVID
Mhm.
and my children were sick right before that. All of us were negative. So there's something, I think maybe just like seasonal cold. Our weather changed as
Yeah.
well. Not as dramatically as yours, but I mean, we got down into the 60s or whatever, which, we were in the 90s. So
That's what it was for us. It went from like from the 70s to the 30s, back up to it. Like Saturday was up to 68. And it's
yeah,
back down to fucking 40. I'm like, what is this shit, man?
I do
Like
want to
this.
bring something up here real quick too that we can talk about because I think that's pretty interesting. The
Well,
next video.
let's bring this guy in here.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Let's
get
have a threesome. Oh wait,
let's get the uncle in here.
but it says
Which one's Jay?
Oh, hey Jay. What's up, J-Bone? Oh, I like your shirt.
Which one's Jay? So what's up, Jay?
No. Okay, boomer.
Trent's got the hot finger today, man. What's going on?
Ain't nothing but a good time, baby, and it don't get better than this. There we go. See, I got the hairball out. We're all ready to go. And there's a freaking panther of a cat running through here.
Cats. Well, J-Bone, so like this ended up, I don't know if you were on at the beginning. I accidentally double booked this. We've already reviewed Impact from last week. So instead we're just doing an open forum and kind of family dinner styling it. Trent talked about AEW over the weekend. I watched the DMC match, which I know you did as well. We can talk about that. Did you happen to watch the XPW thing, the Rebirth?
No, I just watched Thick Mama Pump getting it done in the ring.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, man. That's some bullshit. I hope it doesn't reset Skylar back to the bottom of the division because he really should have gold.
You know what? Look, she just got this. I
get it.
I was hoping that they're not gonna like hot potato this all over the place like a 24/7 title.
Yeah.
Sure. Because then it doesn't feel legit. It just feels like, okay, this means absolutely nothing. No, it gives a legitimacy to, especially to someone like Jordan Grace, who has been training her ass off. Literally, if you've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about.
I see what you did there.
You see,
does she even need to wrestle anymore? Can't she just like make a living doing that, doing pull-ups in a bikini? Because she is killing it.
Dude, did you see that other thing she was doing where she was rolling the barbell like up her legs?
Oh,
the
cake check.
The cake check. I was like,
dude,
what the hell is this?
I might have to go check it out. I did not see this.
She's not my type, but these videos, I can see like some of these guys, man.
Dude, I wish she was my type. She
right.
Is awesome
if she's your type, the content's unreal. If she's your type,
she's great.
She's a beautiful woman. She is an absolutely beautiful woman, and I would venture to say that she is doing very well with her. Whatever it is, if it's an OnlyFans or Patreon, whatever she has, I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, I'm sure she's doing quite well. And I'm sure it's going to help with the way things are, especially now that her hubby has been unfortunately future endeavored. And I can't wait to see what happens. I know I just read something. I don't know if it was just in passing, something on social media. I read a headline, something to the effect of Moose wants the Briscoes and Jay Lethal in Impact Wrestling. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. He wants them there. I'm sure there's plenty of people from Impact Wrestling that would love to see some of that amazing Ring of Honor talent in there. So
if you could only have Lethal or the Briscoes, Trent, who you take?
Briscoes. Number one, we need tag teams for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, it would legitimize. God damn it, Oreo.
Total Nonstop Cats.
Total Nonstop claws in my back. God, if you saw my back, I'm not going to get naked on here or nothing. But
You kind of did once, didn't you?
No.
Wait, what?
I showed my tattoo. Really?
Oh yeah.
Oreo? Just I look like one of those monks that just sits there all night because I got nothing better to do and just flogs myself. That's what my back looks like from these cats jumping and running all over me. It's sick.
I just wonder where Gresham's going to end up, though. Honestly, like I'm surprised. I'm surprised people haven't made more of a run for him. He's small though. Like he's really small.
Yeah.
You know?
But he's an amazing pure wrestler, and part of me, as much as people like to say, oh well, AEW has too much talent as it is already, what they're doing with this whole Bobby Fish, CM Punk, Daniel Garcia, Bryan Danielson, this whole new, like, it's almost like a pure chapter in wrestling in that company. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I've heard plenty of people say, I'm just not digging it. And that's fine. But for me, myself, I like a little bit of everything. He would fit perfectly in that whole, match scene. But,
yeah, we'll see where he ends up.
I feel like unless he wants to stay close to his wife, which I totally get, that Japan just makes so much sense for him. Like, also the size isn't as much of a hindrance over there as it is over here. Like I have the same issue with. I'm a huge Adam Cole fan. I think he's one of the best in the world, but man, he's really small. Like he's small. If he were another 5 inches, he'd just be the greatest wrestler on the planet. But he lacks size, and there's nothing you can do about that, right?
He'd be just like Seth Rollins.
It's better than Seth Rollins. Baby.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm starting to see more and more online about this whole New Japan Strong brand, and they're starting to pull a lot of people from different places. This next card that's going to be featured on their episodes, dear God, it looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure Front Row Bill was there too. But holy cow.
Is New Japan filling the ROH void already, basically, in a sense?
Well, that US chapter is really going to be, if they keep doing shows like this, they are really going to be, they keep touring these like bigger halls, like the ECW arena, and start hitting theaters in bigger cities around the country.
Yeah.
Oh, they could do like my dream, honestly, as much as I don't like the neighborhood or the place in general that much, the Eagles ballroom would be fucking amazing. You could pack about 2,000 people in there if you really wanted to.
And Milwaukee, there's a place, the Eagles Ballroom, which is a really cool venue. Like that,
I've seen plenty of concerts there.
That's a cool place to do a show.
No, their timing's definitely very good. I mean, they're just really getting rolling with the North American arm of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, are they the new U.S. brand? Are they the next brand here?
I think it's a great call from J-Bone. I mean, the timing with the unfortunate circumstances at ROH. Yeah, New Japan, of all the companies out there that could stand to bolster a particular roster, that would be the one in this country, probably, that needs some a few more named talents to get a TV show out there that's regular. Because right now they don't have a regular TV deal. That's something they're still lacking. Once they get that, the Strong brand could be very competitive. J-Bone's the first person who called this out for me last week, kind of low key, how quietly the Strong brand has grown, and they are putting out some banger cards. Like every card is great.
Well, they're pulling in guys like Alex Zane and Freddie Ahai, which we've seen plenty of in like AAW and stuff like that. And man, it's great to see such a variety of,
Consider this too. New Japan can offer something that no other company can really. Is like the brand can offer that we'll put you on the U.S. shows, but then once things open up more, we'll send you to Japan also.
That's a great bargaining chip that none of the other companies have.
The incentive is insane. Like
things might be getting better already. It looks like El Phantasmo is going to be part of that G1 thing coming up.
So is Chris Bay.
Oh, wow. And that's in Japan, right?
Yeah, which means I guess Bay's probably already gone, because if he has to quarantine or whatever, taping, he probably had to leave right after tapings, I would guess, along with Phantasma. Yeah.
Which, as long as we can still get some kind of like decent amount of guys representing Bullet Club at some point, they take a little break, then it just lets other people shine a little more. That's not a bad thing, No,
not at all.
Yeah.
It grows the relationship. It keeps it legit, and it's healthy. It's just healthy for both wrestling companies.
Yeah, it's nice to have a brand that, I mean, I don't know about for you guys, but to me, New Japan occupies its own space in the wrestling world. Like it's a very particular thing, and it has a huge fan base globally, and it's good for wrestling. Like to see it thrive here, to me, would be just a good thing for all wrestling brands, period. It has room. Basically what I'm saying is it's not cannibalizing this tiny 2-ish million audience of wrestling fans. Yeah. It has its own audience, and it attracts a different type of wrestling fan, I feel like.
It's still very niche though.
Yeah, yeah, more so even than like the other products.
Yeah.
It's a niche within the niche.
Right. The other thing, so let's say if we were to count the US brands right now, what do we have? We have WWE, AEW, Impact, NWA, New Japan. Who else is like a national? MLW. Who else has television?
Is GCW bigger than MLW now? In my mind.
So this debate's been had.
They're more visible.
Well, that's the thing. The debate always felt with MLW because MLW actually has television. GCW does
they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
MLW's on Vice, so they.
Oh, okay.
TV is the deciding.
Yeah, that's a
line, right?
Big difference.
So, I think that's it, right? Who else has TV? I mean,
WoW presumably will have television.
WoW's gonna have TV.
That's not coming out until sometime next year. OVW's got a bunch of different little.
Yeah,
I saw that today.
Markets. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they get shown here. I'm not sure, but
they do a great job. Like they're very aggressive. I noticed earlier on my smart TV or somewhere there was an OVW app. I was like, holy shit! Like some tiny platform that I just happened. Maybe it was the PS4 or I don't even know. But it was
Pluto has an OVW channel, I believe, and then I have RCN as like my cable provider, and they have an OVW channel.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, OVW they hustle. Like you can tell just by looking around the landscape that someone there is busting ass.
Local guy Cal Hero and his tag team partner. I apologize, I don't remember the name. They just won I think it's called the Nightmare Cup, which is named after Nightmare of Danny Davis, not Cody Rhodes,
founder of OVW. Yeah.
Yes, and they just got a tag team title shot, which they were not successful, but it was great to see, them get that opportunity. Who else did I see on the latest episode? Luscious Lawrence. Dude, that dude is jacked. Holy shnikes.
I saw him at Slammiversary. Yeah, he's big.
I think
he gave me my flag bag.
I think people are sleeping on OVW, man, and myself included. Really, I gotta tune in once in a while. I really do.
I've tuned in once in a while. I watched Gia debuted. I watched that episode a few weeks ago, and then I watched one a few months ago. And it's not like the product is in any way not entertaining. There's just so much fucking shit to watch that, to remember to go out of my way to watch it, I would have to get very habitual about it. I did bring up this comment from Truck too that I want to point out. He says, I think if you want to attract a new audience, you need to offer wrestling in a different format. Everyone looks like a 3-letter promotion. Nobody looks like Lucha Underground did. I couldn't agree more. I think that's the void that WoW's trying to tap into. It's different. Granted, it's not nearly as, I've been seeing very little WoW, but from what I've seen, it's not nearly as like theatrical and well produced and polished as Lucha Underground, but has like that same storyline driven pre-tape, like 3-camera feel, right?
Well, Lucha Underground was it was cinematic. It
was like a full-on production, full stories. Like the backstage segments were acted out as if they were. But I mean, I think WoW has some of that in it, right? Like they're trying to tap that type of viewer versus the 3-letter promotion viewer.
Well, why do you think it didn't last, Lucha Underground? Everybody talks about it so endearingly.
Oh, because of all the bullshit behind the scenes, right, at El Rey with Rodriguez and Rights and like AAA. Yeah, politics. They were apparently supposed to come back for season 5, but politics and money got in the way, I guess. That's my understanding. J-Bone, you have any more than that? I know you were a big Lucha Underground guy.
Yeah, you were reviewing it, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I reviewed all the seasons. There was just a small pocket of episodes in season 1 that I missed. Yeah, that was great stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I know it's expensive to produce that kind of stuff. No one's tried it since. Yeah. People have done little bits and pieces, but
that was such a different product too, because that was a Hollywood based. People keep looking at it like it was an actual wrestling brand, and it felt like it was, but it wasn't. It was a Hollywood show. It just happened to have a lot of wrestling elements. So, I mean, they did a couple Lucha Underground shows here and there for special appearances, but they really never got that touring start. And if they could have, it would have changed the brand and made it even more legit so much. But the end goal of everything behind the scenes was it wanted Lucha Libre to expand across the U.S. And if you look, there almost every single almost every single like legit mega popular character from that show has gotten somewhere or has done something on some other platform after Lucha Underground fell.
I wonder if anyone else is ever going to come up and attempt it, though. Honestly, it was tough, man.
MLW's
man, that Aztec Underground.
They were going to, but it fell through. I just read that somewhere recently, so that's not going to happen. So what they're trying to do is just recreate whatever they can on their what is it called? MLW Alpha. They're like 6 episodes in now with this new platform.
Is it online only or something or what?
Well, that's their TV. That's their TV. But if you don't have the Vice or whatever, it's also on their YouTube channel.
Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. What else? What else we got going on?
GMC match, J-Bone.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Thoughts wise.
Do you want to talk about it? Because it's going to be considered a spoiler for those who don't.
If you haven't watched the Digital Media Championship match that was released today at noon Eastern, 11 Central, between defending champion Jordan Grace and Skyler's the limit, John Skyler. Tune out for the next couple of minutes while J-Bone and I talk about this match that some of us are happier with than others. All right, J-Bone, what'd you think of this DMC title match?
It was short but sweet. It was only 5 minutes long, so it's a quick watch. It's not like they had like 20 minutes, so it's like, all right, there's most of my lunch break. No, it's quick, but it was good. It was good. It was a woman, a knockout like Jordan Grace fits perfect wrestling with the size and ability and legendary status. I'll throw that in for all the Skylar fans of someone like Skylar. And you'll see that in this match. The back and forth is tremendous. It honestly could have went either way. I love Skylar. Don't get me wrong, and I love the chit chat in our TNI Discord because there is
it's such a split crowd on Skylar.
Skylar squad, baby, let's go.
Look, I love Skylar.
Skylar.
Really, Skylar?
I didn't have much caffeine this morning. Up
Skylar.
My brain is slowly leaking out of all the holes in my back that my cat just made. It's ugly. I want to see him succeed. He's still very new to the brand. He's getting his footing, but he's a big enough guy mentally in the world of professional wrestling that he can do a match like this. He can do other things in this brand, and he can still be over. You know, he's not coming into this brand of Impact Wrestling and going, well, I'm not going to lose to a fucking woman. You're going to bring me in and do this. I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that. No, look at everything that John Skylar has done so far. And he's made a complete, perfect example of what someone can do and still shine as an in-ring veteran.
How old is he? He's older. I know.
He's probably my age. No, I'm kidding.
He's definitely older. I agree, though. For me, Jordan is the perfect first inaugural champion for the DMC title because she's believable, right? Like, this is a title that it's going to be interesting for us as fans to watch them book this title out because it's going to be very dependent on the champion and who's in the division at the time. I like that it's an established digital division. Like, that makes sense to me, right? Like, you can earmark these people and give them a visible goal that they're reaching for, which gives everyone, in essence, a story that's in that division of some sort. The story is always going to be the championship, right? Mm-hmm. So Jordan makes sense. She can work both sides believably. Skylar is a stockier, shorter guy. He's big. He's in great shape, but he's closer to Jordan's height, which makes more sense than watching her wrestle Madman Fulton. So this match, again, I agree. It was good. Jordan got a lot of the early offense. Skylar works well with her. I could see them doing this match many times. It was short at 5 minutes. That's fine. I think it's also a smart booking decision in an intergender match of this sort. If you had two people who were even more equal in size, you could go longer. But again, I'm interested to see what happens. So wherever the belt moves next, the whole division has to shift in terms of how you book it. I kind of like that. Very different concept.
Yeah. It's got to be booked well enough, but 5 minute matches are a little short. I hope they're not all that short.
No. They haven't been all that short. So
we'll see.
But again, that's a situational thing. I think it makes sense to book an intergender match with a guy Skylar's size on the shorter side.
I think they also maybe put it on Jordan, thinking she would incorporate it into her Patreon a little bit, and maybe some of her tweets and all that. I don't think she has yet.
Business-wise, it makes sense. She did tweet about it, which in her tweets, as you know, get thousands and thousands and thousands of likes. So, but yeah, no, they have. I think that's another thing you take into account too. And I wonder if they'll work that in storyline. They have mentioned it on screen. So we know it exists in the universe that it's Jordan talked about her presence and what she does on social media. That's smart leveraging for them, for the company. Keep that kind of stuff up. Keep it to a promo on the weekly TV to point people to the digital channels.
Yeah. You'll see, man. I agree with the 10-minute. Like, it should be under 10. That's what the old WCW TV title was a 10-minute time limit. Mm-hmm. Definitely keep it to 10 minutes, no longer than that. But 5, absolutely not. 5 too short for me. But plus, I think it punks out Skylar at 5 minutes. I mean, not that I like Skylar, but punks out Skylar at 5 minutes. But anyway, what else? That match is up now.
Jamie Jamie Weisner in the chat was asking about, are we going to do more NWA TNA stuff after the after our throwbacks are done? I noticed that. So we're in April. We're getting towards the end of April, and I noticed that June, early June, is when the new TV started. And I think they both went back to back for a few months before the Tennessee stuff ended. I'm not sure where it ends exactly, but
Well, it ends at 111. We're at 91 tonight, so we have 20 episodes left from tonight.
okay.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure if they overlap or if they end. I forget.
yeah. I forget where the overlap started, but the plan is to do all the Asylum stuff as this chunk. This playlist is all Asylum. You know,
Right.
1 through 111 is all Asylum. That's the
Yeah.
idea with that. So after that, I don't know. It's the Asylum is kind of its own special thing. So that's why it had its own uniqueness to
It's
it.
almost its own entire universe. They just cherry pick a very few highlights from
Yeah.
it that they still use, but it exists in its entirely own timeline and universe for the most part, which is
Yep.
what's so cool about it.
It's so fun to see who has all come in. The starts of people like Chris Sabin, who we still watch this day, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, these guys. It's just a reminder of the rich lineage that this company has. And to see it all, um, again, for some of you, for me, for the first time, it makes me love the brand of Impact Wrestling even more because it reminds me of how back, how far back these go.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll decide, guys, on what we want to do
I,
after
I
that.
like Critical Sting's suggestion that we watch 2017. That's when I came back to starting watching was the tail end of 2017.
That's
Like
Yeah,
really
every now and then.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
Like within a year surrounding the broken stuff, and yeah, so like right before Sammy Callahan and all the, Ohio posse showed up and
Mm.
took over Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. I started watching more regularly late 2018, but 2017 is when I like caught it on Pop or wherever it was and was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, sweet, Impact's on, and
Yeah.
would watch it every now and then.
I'd love to keep doing like the 2004, the regular Impact or whatever they called, TNA
Maybe.
2004.
Yeah. I mean, they go into Victory Road after that, like the first pay-per-view and everything. So
To
maybe we'll
04 Victory Road is the
yeah, it's
first.
the first one. Yeah. So maybe we'll go into that. Maybe we'll do like the pay-per-views or the TV. We'll decide. We'll kind of weigh the options a little bit, guys, and we'll see how we go from there.
Yeah, I do want to field this question real quick from Kevin Ostring. Is there an Impact Plus special in December? Not announced, but typically Final Resolution is what we expect, right?
Yeah. Usually
So
that's what's in December. So
yeah,
so yeah, I
but maybe
expect that.
I would expect, yeah, that there will be. There was last year.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in the Discord. Like if they don't do, they'd have to have like 3 weeks of filler or something because they always do the 2 week recap and awards at the end of the year. So you've only really got 2 weeks of TV anyways. So you kind of need Final Resolution to wrap the year, or otherwise you have no momentum going into Genesis and Hard to Kill. So it's probably going to be there.
Oh, by the way, I started watching Heels on Stars last night.
How is it?
Damn, it's a fucking awesome show.
Nice.
It
I need to
really
get
is.
Is it really?
I
Yeah,
gotta get
it's
started.
not for little. It's not for little kids. There is some TNA.
Oh, really?
There's total
Yeah.
nonstop action all over that show.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. There is, if you blink, you miss it. But Gallows is in there.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. It's not a major part. It's just like they show like the home life of people, and then they show some of the behind the scenes going on, planning for ring stuff, and then they show some of the action with the audience, and you don't know who's in the ring, but they show a little bit of the shows. and there's like one quick scene where you see a bunch of guys rolling around in the ring, and all of a sudden one guy's got a Bullet Club shirt, or what looks like a Bullet Club shirt, and he's big bald guy, and he's got a big ass goatee, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, that's Gallows. So yeah, Gallows is in there. Just like I said, if you blink, you miss it. But he doesn't, so it's not a major part. He might be in there later. I'm not sure, but so
I'm sure we'll see a lot of guys pop up. I mean, it makes sense to use these guys. Stephen Amell is a real fan and has wrestled on many occasions. So
who's doing this show? Like who's behind this show?
It's Stars.
Whoever the showrunner is, though. In terms of showrunner, I don't know.
As far as like producer or whatever, I don't know. But Stephen Amell's the main guy. Mm-hmm. Everybody acting in it is great. It's really well done. It's a really unique point of view because it's aimed, honestly, it looks like it's aimed at a non-wrestling fan. Like, for example, when what was that show, Arrow? Mm-hmm. Stephen Amell's show Arrow ended. That pissed off a lot of people. But Stephen Amell also gained a tremendous audience. So he's going to bring a lot of audience to watching that show. And they're going to be like, well, it's wrestling. But I love Stephen Amell, so I want to check it out. Well, I don't know anything about wrestling. Well, you watch this show, and it kind of dumbs everything down. What's a heel? What's a face? And it shows a lot of the behind-the-scenes working at a smaller, bigger indie, Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. It's really well done. It's a lot of fun.
It's on Stars, yeah. I want to catch this question from Aaron too. What's the best pay-per-view, in our opinion, from Impact this year? But also, Kevin has a follow on this. Do you guys consider Impact Plus specials as pay-per-views? I do. I think I can answer for all of us that we generally do. They're not the 4 big ones, but I mean it serves that purpose. It's easier than calling it a special, right? It's more just the jargon. It's easy to say, I'm watching a pay-per-view to my wife.
It's their attempt at trying to get back to that format. So it's,
I liked, I honestly, I mean, I'm trying to remember all the different specials. That's the hard thing.
I know, me too. Like,
I don't know, if I had to choose one, I'll say Bound for Glory, to be honest. Might be a cop-out answer, but
I was going to say, is it a recency bias there?
I don't know. It was really good, though. I feel like it was almost a perfect show. Yeah.
Fantastic show. I mean, I'm biased.
Anticipation certainly was there.
Because I was there, so I've got my bias towards Slam.
What about you, Jay?
Oh yeah, Slam or Bound for Glory. They're both really up there. It's hard to say.
But, there was some terrible answers we just gave. Big time cop out answers.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what?
I thought you liked Knockouts
Knockdown was probably my favorite show of the year. Knockouts Knockdown.
Or didn't you like the Homecoming one?
Loved Homecoming. Fucking loved Homecoming. Both of those. I like the standalone nature of those shows where they had a team specifically set aside to build that program as a standalone. And both shows felt how the one night onlys should have felt. Just very important, but had its own theme. Yeah, no, both of those shows were great. But Slam, I was there, but that's that's a bad bias right there. So I would say Knockouts, Knockdown, and or Homecoming.
You were there, dude. You're allowed to have that bias. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to rule that one out, though, because it's a clear winner, right? Like, of course it was my favorite. It's the only one I was live for.
Well, my favorite from this year, honestly, still to this day, from this year is Bound for Glory 2019.
That's your favorite in general?
No, from this year.
Yeah, well, I still put it in this year, and it's still my favorite. So.
What? This is what happens when Hit and Run runs too long, because Hit and Run is such a short format show. Like, we tap out in 40 minutes. We're like, man, wait, what's happening? It's not like at night. We're all chillaxed or hyped, either way. What else we got in here?
I don't know.
Actually, a lot of different opinions on shows, though. Critical Sting liked Rebellion, which was a really good show. Paul still liked Hard to Kill, which I loved as well. That main event, man. That was Moose won the title this year, but before that moment, the Moose moment of the year was at Hard to Kill. that in-ring performance against Omega when all these people who've never seen Moose wrestle before had their eyes open. So that was a good one too.
Oh, and it was on enemy territory.
No, that was against all odds.
Oh,
that was terrible. That match was terrible. I'm talking about the 6-man at Hard to Kill.
Oh, okay, I got you.
With the Good Brothers and Kenny. That was Kenny's first in-ring and Impact. Trent, what are you doing? You look like you're really into something.
Well, it's I'm still getting like work.
Working,
it's midday, so I'm still getting like buzzed by work stuff, but I'm listening.
Well, I mean, we can wrap it, man. This is a 30 to 1 hour show. This is a bonus, right? We actually reviewed Impact last week. I made the mistake of booking this again and committing our time. And I said, well, should we cancel it? And Trent was like, no, let's just fucking go on and
open forum,
open forum, because we don't get to do the other shows, or I haven't been able to make the other shows very much, recently at all. So it's nice to be here.
So yeah, and it's a freebie. So
yeah. So, and we always appreciate seeing everybody hopping on and joining us midday.
This is one of my favorite moments of the year, though. Moose's "Thank you, I quit." That to me, Moose has killed it this year. Man.
Yeah, he really has.
Absolutely killed it. This
year. That was good. Yeah. Wasn't that last year though?
No, that was this year. That was Genesis.
Yeah, Moose has had a killer year
against Mac.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You guys got to get all of it in the Discord, man. Look at this. You got to get all these specials and stuff in the Discord as replays as the year's closing up. So keep your eyes open. Join the Discord if you haven't already, guys.
There you go.
But all right, anything else?
Rebellion.
J-Bone effed up the flux capacitor. That's right. I put too much juice in the flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor.
All right, gang.
Nothing else? All right, let's get out of here.
Now there's some questions, but I feel like if the momentum has shifted, I'm hungry. I don't know about you guys, but
he's hungry. It's midday. We still got to squeeze in some lunch, get back to work. So
I'm gonna try and get the Asylum show watched too, so I can be on tonight.
This is a shop in Chicago, Hector. This is a very famous old school rock and roll shop in Chicago, the Alley.
What do they have at this rock? Like what kind of rock and roll?
It's like an alternative store. Like they got
like merch
leather,
and
like band stuff, leather jackets. Those big old like strap fucking boots and leather vests and
chaps,
whips and chains.
Studded vests, like chain wallets, like It's like a goth and metal type of store.
Nice.
That kind of stuff.
Do you ever wear a chainmail shirt on stage?
No. But I do.
Will you ever wear a chainmail shirt?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I do wear
a
wall.
What if we get enough super stickers to purchase the chainmail shirt? Will you wear it on stage?
Absolutely not.
Will you wear it on this show?
No. Where would you? No. I don't want to wear a chainmail shirt. No.
Hashtag chainmail for Trent.
Okay. How about this? If people are feeling really saucy and they want a super sticker enough that would afford to buy a chainmail shirt, if they're really feeling that saucy, go for it.
Then you wear it. I can't imagine what a chainmail shirt probably. J-Bone, this is your area of expertise. What's a chainmail shirt run these days?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll call up Sebastian Bach. He had one back about 30 years ago.
He's busy on Gilmore Girls.
I had the poster on my wall. It was sexy.
Chainmail Trent.
But yeah, Trent's actually keeping a quiet secret. Nobody knows this, but I was in his closet a while back. A few years ago. He's got about 4 pairs of assless chaps sitting there just waiting to be exposed. Hashtag.
All right, we're out of here.
Trent's sexy ass.
Get out of here. That's enough.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. A little too much information for me, but that's okay.
All right, we're out of here. All right, guys. We're going. All right. Everybody, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the free hit and run. And,
vacuous program about nothing.
Yeah, it was a Seinfeld episode today about nothing. So if you enjoyed it, definitely share it. Let people know what we're doing over here if you liked the hit and run. But yeah, but otherwise, this is a Patreon show at the $3 tier. So this is usually a summarized version of the previous week's Impact. But maybe we'll do open forums from now on too. We'll throw it as an open forum if you guys did enjoy it. So if you like it, we'll do it more often. So let us know, and we'll be around. All right. Guys, thank you very much. We will talk to you later. Have a great day. We'll see you tonight for Throwback episode 91 NWA TNA. We'll do it early today, same time. J-Bone will do it 9:30 Central. I can do it early today.
9:30. All right. I might have to go with Tracy down to Chi-Town to pick up her daughter from O'Hare, but we should be back in plenty of time. If there's any troubles, I'll let you guys know. But I'll have it set up way before then, though.
All right, sounds good. Cool. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.
I have seen that penis.